Today we are exposing how African migrants secretly colonized England. We will show you what they are hiding from you. Let's go to the beginning of this story. 24 hours ago, all the major newspapers in the United Kingdom were reporting that Kemi Badenoch has got a bounce in the poll. She is on call to become the next Prime Minister of the UK. She has the highest favorability rating of all the politicians according to the YouGov poll. She is doing so well that if election is held today in the United Kingdom, she has a good chance of becoming the next Prime Minister. That caused a lot of shock in British politics. People could not believe that Kemi Badenoch, she's doing so well that she has almost overtaken the man that everyone thought already had the job, Nigel Farage. That was when Sir Jim Ratcliffe dropped a bombshell in British political discourse when he said, migrants, they have colonized Britain. He was asked that question twice, and it was very clear that migrants have colonized the UK. And he said, and I quote, that British population jumped from 2020 from 58 million to 70 million. And he said that migrant economically, migration is unsustainable. That is what he said. And who are the people that Sir Jim is calling colonizers? You're talking about doctors, being men, the care workers, people that do some of the hardest job in society. These are people that Sir Jim is calling colonizers. The Office of National Statistics came up and said the figures that he quoted is wrong. The UK population in 2020 was 67 million. That the information that he's giving to the public is inaccurate, misleading, and people should disregard the data. The Prime Minister even went further by demanding that Sir Jim apologize for his comment. You have people like Andy Bremer and Skull, the mayor of Manchester, and other public figures saying, look, this man's comment is divisive, inflammatory, and is planning to cause division in society. Whilst he was saying that, he was accused of moving to Monaco in 2020, and he did not pay tax of almost 4 billion to the UK state. You have people like the TUC leaders criticizing this man and say he is not a patriot. A patriot will never run away from their country because of tax. While all this is going on, you have people like Adil and others saying that Ratcliffe is an embarrassment, that what he is saying is wrong. That how can the owner of Manchester United, or one of the owners of Manchester United, be saying this? Meanwhile, he has his supporters. You have people like Nigel Farage saying that Britain has underscored mass migration. You have Michelle Dewsbury criticizing the Prime Minister for asking that the gentleman should apologize. He has his supporters. Now, what is colonization that Sir Jim is talking about? Let's see if the man has a point. If Africans and other immigrants have finally invaded and colonized the UK. Colonization, what does it actually mean? Colonization is a process by which one country establishes control over another territory by political domination, economic exploitation, cultural influence or suppression, and settlement and long-term control. In case you are wondering, why is Frank dressed like this? Sir Jim is right. We have colonized the UK. So, if you're an English person or a British person watching me, I expect you to order yours, because that is what colonization is. Start dressing like us and start changing your names to Babatunde, Owowo, and all these African names, because that is what colonization is all about. Now let us look at why the word colonization matters. The word colonization matters because it implies invasion. It means that immigrants, they have taken over the UK. They've invaded the land. They now control the economy. They are the ones that rule this country. It framed migrant as outsider. Somebody like me who talk with a British accent, you'll still see me as an outsider. That is what colonization means. It creates us and them mentality. Tap into nationalistic emotion by causing division by looking to people to stereotype and scapegoat. And also historical echoes of colonization. The world empire, the British Empire at one stage was the largest empire in the world. If you were born in Nigeria before 1960 or you were born in India, you are a British citizen because the British Empire spread from England to 75% of the world. And under the Nationality Act of 1947, anyone born in a country that was under the British rule, you are a British subject. So that is why a lot of us are here, because this is our land as well. Britain will rule 90% of the world. The largest empire in history was controlled by Great Britain. Now, we also know that this empire stretches to almost all over the world. India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, and a lot of countries. Now, political weaponization. Political weaponization. Colonize mobilizes fear. Fear shifts into voting behavior. Voting behavior shifts into leadership. And leadership defines immigration policy. Impact of this comment on migrants who are already living on the fringe of society, vulnerable, often stereotyped and scapegoat for everything that is wrong in Britain. Dehumanizing them, heighten social tension, reinforce cultural war narrative, divide community further. And also, we know that this has generated a lot of reaction on social media. Let us check the views of people on social media. Don said, nope. The UK has been colonized by billionaires who steer our politicians and do not pay their fair share of taxes. We are pointing the finger down at those who have the quietest voice, but we should be pointing it at those who have the largest voice. Sir Jim Ratcliffe did not pay tax. This man said about 5.8 million working age British on benefit not working. Meanwhile, immigrants contribute about billions monthly in taxes. Anytime you are mentioning immigrant, be specific. Legal migrant might be, illegal migrant might be the problem, not legal migrant. This gentleman said, it seems people really don't understand how the UK inner circle works. Well, the UK government is exploiting Africa for their own gain. People enter UK via study route. You can make huge money from this. They jump into workforce and assist in almost all the difficult jobs in the UK. They contribute in growing the economy by paying taxes. It is easy to let everyone be and also stop exploiting their useless politicians that make life in Africa unlivable. It is simple as that. But you know what? They believe in neo-colonialism. Why this gentleman said, through the immigration is a real issue in the UK. This billionaire tax dodger income tax in 2020 to 2024 was zero. Sir Jim Ratcliffe doesn't care about immigration. He cares about division and distraction. Now that you've heard this, do you believe that immigrants have colonized the Britain? That immigrants are now ruling the country? Immigrants are now forcing you to live by their rule, their culture, and everything. And they are not giving you pounded yam and fufu to eat. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Oh my God, immigrants have colonized. I'll see you soon.